My girlfriend said, "Love shouldn't be clingy." I replied, "When I say love, I mean showing up." Then I packed a bag, left the ring and key on her counter, moved out to my own place and just watched as she spent months calling and knocking, not realizing I had already ended things. Welcome back to AF Tales. In today's story, we explore a man whose fiancée leaves him alone after surgery to celebrate with her male best friend, and how that one night quietly ends their engagement. As you listen, notice the moment where you would have decided this relationship was already over. I was 33 when this happened. She was 31. We had been together for 3 years, engaged for 8 months. We lived in her apartment because mine had flooded 2 years earlier, and it just made sense to stop paying for 2 places. The surgery was minor, at least on paper. Shoulder reconstruction from an old sports injury that finally needed fixing. It was outpatient, but they put me completely under. The doctor told me I would be groggy for a day or two and gave me a list of things I should not do alone. Drive, cook, or make important decisions. She took the day off work to bring me home. I appreciated that. I told her so in the car. She helped me inside, settled me on the couch with water, crackers, pain meds, and my phone charger. Then she sat on the coffee table in front of me, hands on her knees. "Jake just texted," she said. "He got a promotion. They are going out for drinks. I want to go congratulate him." Jake was her best friend from college. They had stayed close. I had met him a handful of times. Big personality, loud laugh, always the center of the room. She talked about him like he was a brother. I never made a big deal out of it. "How long?" I asked. "Just a couple hours," she said. 3, maybe." I was still in the clothes I had worn to the hospital. My shoulder throbbed under the sling. The room felt like it was tilting, like I was on a slow-moving boat. "I do not think I should be alone yet," I said. She stood up. "You will be fine," she said. "You are awake, you have your phone, I will keep mine on me." "The doctor said I should not be alone," I said. "The doctor was being cautious," she replied. "You are not a child." This is one of those moments where the line between independent and cold starts to show. Support after surgery is not clinginess. It is basic care. I did not argue. I watched her change into a dark blue dress I liked. She checked her makeup twice. She kissed my forehead on the way out and said she would be back by 10. She got home at 1:30 in the morning. I was still on the couch. I had not eaten. I had moved only to go to the bathroom, which took me 15 minutes because I could not balance properly. I had knocked over a cup of water trying to reach my pills. My phone had died around 11. She looked surprised to see me awake. "You okay?" she asked. "I have been better," I said. "Did you eat?" she asked. "No." She sighed and kicked off her shoes. "You should have texted me," she said. "My phone died," I said. "You could have charged it," she replied. I did not say anything. She went to the bedroom. I heard the shower. When she came back out, she sat next to me and put her hand on my good arm. "I am sorry," she said. "I did not think it would go that late." Jake wanted to hit another bar and I lost track of time. "It is fine," I said. "It is not fine," she said. "You are upset." "I am tired," I said. She studied me. "You are being passive-aggressive," she said. "I am really just tired," I said. "No," she said. "You are mad I left. Just say it." I looked at her. She was wearing the oversized sleep shirt, hair wet, face clean. She looked young. She looked like someone I used to know better. "I needed you here tonight," I said. "That is all." "I was gone for a few hours," she said. "You were gone when I needed you not to be," I said. "That is clingy," she said. The word just sat there between us. I felt something shift inside me, small but permanent, like a drawer that would never close quite right again. "Okay," I said. "I do not mean it as an insult," she added. "I just think love should not require constant presence. We should be able to have our own lives." "Okay," I said again. She frowned. "Why do you keep saying that?" she asked. "Because I do not want to fight right now," I said. "We are not fighting," she said. "We are talking." "Then we are talking," I said. She stood up. "You are shutting down," she said. "You always do this." I did not respond. After a minute, she went to bed. I stayed on the couch. My shoulder hurt worse than before. Sometimes the real argument ends long before the conversation stops. You can feel that something important has been said and there is no way to take it back. The next morning, I asked where she kept the lease agreement. She was making coffee, still in her sleep shirt. Why? She asked. I want to look at something, I said. What's something? She asked. The section about additional tenants, I said. She set the coffee pod down. Are you serious right now? She asked. I am just asking where it is, I said. You are mad about last night, she said. I am asking about the lease, I said. This is ridiculous, she said. You are being dramatic. I did not say anything. She stared at me for a long moment, then walked to the bedroom. She came back with a folder and handed it to me. I found the part I needed. The clause about tenants not on the original lease and the 30-day notice requirement for extra occupants. I was not on it. I had never signed it. We had talked about adding me, but we never did. What are you doing? She asked. Reading, I said. You are planning something, she said. I am reading, I said. She left for work without saying goodbye. I spent the day on the couch, drifting between sleep and staring at the ceiling. My shoulder hurt less, or maybe I just noticed it less. That evening, I called my sister. She lived 2 hours away with her husband and their kid. I asked if I could stay with them for a while. She said yes without asking why. When my fiancé got home, I was packing a bag with my good arm. You are leaving, she said from the bedroom doorway. I am staying with my sister for a bit, I said. Because of last night, she asked. Because I need space, I said. Space from what? She asked. From this, from me. I stopped packing. From feeling like I am asking too much just by asking for anything, I said. That is not fair, she said. Maybe not, I said. So you are just going to run away, she said. I'm going to stay somewhere else for a while, I said. How long? She asked. I do not know, I said. She crossed her arms. This is emotional blackmail, she said. You are trying to punish me. I am trying to figure some things out, I said, while I sit here and wonder if you are coming back. I do not know if I am, I said. Her face shifted. You are breaking up with me, she said. I am going to my sister's, I said. That is not an answer, she said. It is the only one I have right now, I said. She followed me to the door. What about the engagement? She asked. I had almost forgotten I was still wearing the ring. It felt invisible most days. I took it off and set it on the kitchen counter. You are really doing this, she said. I will come by for my stuff when you are at work, I said. When? She asked. I do not know, I said. Soon. That is all you have to say, she asked. I picked up my bag. My shoulder screamed. I needed you, I said, and you chose someone else. You called me clingy for needing you. I do not know how to come back from that. It was one night, she said. It was not about one night, I said. Then what was it about? She asked. I did not have an answer that would fit into one sentence. So I left. Sometimes the breakup talk is really just a last summary of decisions that were already made days or months before. I stayed with my sister for 2 weeks. She still did not ask many questions. Her husband helped me move the rest of my things out of the apartment while my fiancé was at work. I left the key on the counter where I had left the ring. The ring was gone. She texted me 8 times that first week, short messages, questions. Are you okay? Can we talk? I miss you. This is insane. I did not respond. On day 9, she called. I did not answer. She left a voicemail. I deleted it without listening. In the 3rd week, she showed up at my sister's house. I was outside with my nephew, throwing a tennis ball against the garage door with my good arm. She pulled up and got out like she had been invited. We need to talk, she said. I do not think we do, I said. You cannot just disappear, she said. I am not disappeared, I said. I am right here. You know what I mean, she said. My nephew picked up the ball and looked between us. I told him to go inside. He did. What do you want? I asked. I want to understand what happened, she said. I told you what happened, I said. No, she said. You ran away and shut me out. I did not block you, I said. I just do not have anything else to say. She stepped closer. I made a mistake, she said. I admit that, but you are throwing away 3 years over one bad night. I am not throwing anything away, I said. Yes, you are, she said. We were engaged. Were, I said. She flinched. So that is it, she asked. You are just done, no conversation, no trying to work it out. You called me clingy the day after surgery, I said, while I was alone on your couch trying to figure out how to function. I should not have said that, she said, but you did. People say things they do not mean, she said. Do they? I asked. Yes, she said. When they are defensive or scared or, were you scared? I asked. When you called me clingy, were you scared? I do not know, she said. Maybe, of you being upset, of the guilt, I do not know. So you made it my fault, I said. I did not mean to, she said. But you did, I said. She looked away. I do not know how to fix this, she said. You cannot, I said. Everyone makes mistakes, she said. I know, I said. So why cannot you forgive me, she asked. I probably will, I said. Eventually, but I cannot be with you. That does not make sense, she said. It makes perfect sense, I said. I can forgive you and still know this does not work. She was crying now, quiet tears. I love you, she said. I know, I said. Doesn't that matter, she asked. Of course it matters, I said, but it is not enough. When did you decide that, she asked. When you left that night, I said, or maybe before, I am not sure. So I never had a chance, she said. You had 3 years of chances, I said. You did not ruin it with one night. You showed me something I could not ignore anymore. I do not know what that means, she said. It means we want different things from the same words, I said. When you say love, you mean freedom. When I say love, I mean showing up. Those have not gone together. They could, she said. They have not, I said. She stood there for a while. A car passed. A dog barked somewhere down the street. It all felt very ordinary. I should go, she said finally. Okay, I said. Can I hug you, she asked. I do not think that is a good idea, I said. She nodded, went back to her car, sat with the engine off for a couple of minutes, then drove away. A month passed. I found an apartment, small 1-bedroom on the 3rd floor of an old building that always smelled like pine cleaner and somebody's cooking. My sister helped me furnish it from online listings. A couch with only one stain. A table that wobbled until we shoved a folded napkin under one leg. It felt like starting over at 22, except I was 33 and knew exactly what I had lost. My shoulder healed slowly. Physical therapy twice a week. The therapist was a woman in her 50s who did not make small talk. She moved my arm in circles, told me when to breathe, and never once asked why I came alone. I liked that. I started sleeping better. I had not realized how poorly I had been sleeping until I was not waking up at 3 in the morning, replaying conversations and wondering if I had been too much or not enough. The silence in my apartment was clean. Empty, but clean. One Tuesday she texted me. I think I left my grandmother's necklace there, the silver one. Can I come get it? I looked through the box of her things my sister had packed. The necklace was there, tangled with a bracelet I had given her and a pair of earrings. I texted back. I will leave it with the building manager. You can pick it up anytime. She did not respond for 3 days. Then she sent, can't we just meet for 5 minutes? I do not think that is a good idea, I wrote back. The necklace will be at the front desk. The next morning I dropped it off. The building manager, an older man who had seen everything twice, took the envelope without a word. I never asked if she picked it up. 2 weeks later, Jake left a voicemail. I do not know how he got my number. His voice was quieter than I remembered. Hey man, it is Jake, he said. I do not know if you want to hear from me, but I wanted to say something. She is a mess. She has been a mess since you left. I know you probably do not care, and that is fair, but I thought you should know. That night, the promotion thing, I did not ask her to come. She texted me and said she needed to get out of the house. I told her she should stay with you. She said you would be fine. I should have pushed harder. I should have told her to go home. I did not, and that is on me too. Anyway, I am moving next month. New job, new state. I think she is losing everyone right now. I'm not asking you to do anything about that. Just thought you should know. I deleted the voicemail. Then I sat at my wobbly table and stared at my phone for 20 minutes trying to figure out what I felt. Guilt, maybe. Relief. Emptiness. Some mix of all three. Caring about someone does not mean you have to rush back into a burning house just because they finally noticed the fire. 3 months in, I went on a date. A woman from work had been hinting for weeks. My sister told me it would not kill me to eat dinner with someone. We went to a small restaurant downtown. Dim lights, small plates. She was kind and funny. She asked about my shoulder and I gave her the short version. She told me about her job, her dog, her last breakup. Halfway through dinner, she looked at me and said, "Are you okay? You seem far away." "I am here," I said. "You are sitting here," she said, "but you are not here." I apologized. She smiled and said she understood. She said maybe we could try again sometime when I was more present. We did not try again. That same week, a mutual friend reached out, someone I had not spoken to since the breakup. "She has been asking about you," the friend said. "She wants to know if you are seeing anyone, if you seem happy." "What did you tell her?" I asked. "I told her I do not know," she said, "because I do not." "That is fair," I said. "Are you happy?" she asked. I thought about it. "I am not unhappy," I said. "That is not the same thing," she said. "I know," I said. "She wants to reach out again," the friend added. "Not just about stuff." "For real?" "She can do whatever she wants," I said. "Would you respond?" she asked. "I do not know," I said. "She thinks you hate her," the friend said. "I do not," I said. "Maybe you should tell her that," the friend said. "She thinks she destroyed the best thing she ever had." "That is not my responsibility," I said. "I know," she said. "I am just telling you." We hung up. I thought about texting my ex, just one kind sentence. For 3 days I thought about it, then I did nothing. Sometimes not answering is not cruelty, it is just accepting that you have nothing left to build with. Months later, she showed up at my new apartment. I still do not know how she found the address. Maybe my sister, maybe the mutual friend. Maybe she followed me from work. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was putting together a cheap bookshelf, fighting with the instructions and wondering why anyone needed 5 types of screws. The knock was soft. I almost did not hear it. She looked different, thinner or just tired. Her hair was shorter. She wore jeans and a sweater I did not recognize. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I said. "Can I come in?" she asked. I hesitated, then stepped aside. She walked in and looked around, taking in the bare walls, the couch, the half-built shelf. "It is nice," she said. "It is small," I said. "It suits you," she said. I did not know what to say to that. I stayed by the door, my hand still on the knob. "I need to talk to you," she said. "Really talk, not like last time." "Okay," I said. She sat on my stained couch. I stayed sitting on the floor with my back against the wall. "I have been seeing a therapist," she said. "Since a few weeks after you left, she has helped me understand some things." I waited. "I was afraid of you needing me," she said. "Not just that night, but in general. When you needed things from me, it felt like pressure, like I was failing if I could not be everything for you, so I would pull away. I would choose other plans, other people, just to prove I still had my own life." "Okay," I said. "It was not about Jake," she said. "It was never about Jake. It was about me being terrified of being someone's whole world." "I never asked you to be my whole world," I said. "I know," she said, "but that is what it felt like. Every time you needed me, it felt like drowning." My shoulder ached. I shifted against the wall. "Why are you telling me this?" I asked. "Because I understand now what I did," she said. "What I kept doing, and I am sorry. I am really sorry." "I appreciate that," I said. "I want to try again," she said. The words hung in the air. I looked at her face, trying to see if it felt different than before. "I have changed," she said. "I am working on it. My therapist says I have attachment issues, that I sabotage things when they get too close. But now I know that I can do better." "That is good," I said. "I love you," she said. "I still love you." "I know," I said. "Do you still love me?" she asked. I thought about lying. About saying no and making it clean. I could not. "Probably," I said, "in some version of it." Her face lifted a little. "Then we can," she started. "I am not coming back," I said. Her face fell. "Why not?" she asked. "Because love is not enough," I said. "You know that now. I think I always did." "But if we both work on it," she said. "I do not want to work on it," I said. "I am tired of working on it. I spent 3 years trying to need you less, trying to ask for less, trying to be less. I do not want to do that anymore." "I would not make you do that," she said. "You would not mean to," I said, "but you would, because that is who you are right now, and that is okay, but I cannot live there anymore." She was crying again, quieter this time. "So that is it," she said. "You will not even try." "I tried for 3 years," I said. "I do not have another chance in me." She wiped her face. "I came here thinking," she said. "I do not know that you would be waiting, that you would be as miserable as me." I am not miserable, I said. Are you happy, she asked. I am getting there, I said. Without me, she said. Yeah, I said. She stood up and looked around my apartment one more time. I really did love you, she said. I still do. I know, I said. I am sorry I could not be what you needed, she said. I am sorry I needed so much, I said. You did not, she said. You were just normal. I am the one who could not handle normal. She walked to the door, then turned back. You think you will ever forgive me, she asked. Really forgive me? I already have, I said. Then why will you not come back, she asked. Because forgiving you does not mean going back, I said. Those are different things. She nodded, opened the door, and stood in the doorway for a second. I hope you find someone who makes you happy, she said. I hope you figure out what you need, I said. She left. I watched from the window as she got in her car and sat there for a while. Then she drove away. I went back to the bookshelf. Found the right screws this time. Got 2 shelves done before my shoulder started to hurt again. That was 2 months ago. I have not heard from her since. No texts, no calls, no surprise visits. I think she finally understood that the conversation had been over since that night on the couch, and everything after was just us taking too long to say goodbye. I finished the bookshelf and started filling it with books I had been meaning to read. I joined a gym near my apartment. My shoulder is almost back to full strength. The physical therapist discharged me last week with a handshake and a reminder to keep up the exercises. At dinner last Sunday, my nephew asked if I was lonely. We were throwing the ball again, different garage door. Sometimes, I said. Is sometimes okay, he asked. Yeah, I said. Sometimes is just fine. I do not think about her every day anymore. Some days I do not think about her at all. Other days I see someone in a blue dress or hear a song we used to play, and I feel that pull, that old ache for something I cannot get back. But mostly I feel quiet. Not empty quiet, just still. Like my life is mine again in a way it was not for a long time. I do not know if I will ever fully understand what happened between us. Why 2 people who loved each other could not figure out how to love each other in ways that fit. Maybe some relationships just end like that, not with big betrayal, just with the slow realization that love is not always enough to close the gap between who you are and what someone else needs. The ring is probably in a drawer somewhere in her apartment, or maybe she returned it. I do not think about it much. Most days are small now. Routine. I go to work, come home, make dinner for one. I fix things that do not really need fixing. I'm getting good at being alone without feeling like I am waiting for my real life to start. The apartment still smells like pine cleaner and somebody's cooking. The table still wobbles. My couch has 2 stains now. I should probably replace it, but I have not bothered. It is comfortable enough. I am learning that comfortable enough is actually pretty good. That you do not always need perfect. That sometimes the life you rebuild from broken pieces fits better than the one you planned. I am 33 years old. I live alone in a 3rd-floor apartment with cheap furniture and blank walls. My shoulder healed. The rest of me is still working on it. And somehow, that feels like a good place to be. Lesson 1. If someone calls you clingy for needing basic care after surgery, they are not ready for the kind of partnership you are trying to build. Lesson 2. Love without showing up when it matters most feels nice in theory but painful in practice. Pay attention to who is there on the hard days, not just the fun ones. Lesson 3. You can forgive someone and still decide not to go back. Forgiveness and reconciliation are related, but they are not the same choice. Lesson 4. Wanting space to protect your peace is not emotional blackmail. It is sometimes the only way to see a situation clearly. Lesson 5. It is okay to admit you are tired of working on it when the work is mostly about needing less and shrinking yourself to fit someone else's comfort. Lesson 6. A small, quiet life that actually feels like yours can be worth more than a big future that constantly asks you to settle for less than what you need. What about you? At what point in this story would you have left, if at all? Do you think he was right to end the engagement over that night, or would you have given it one more chance?